Hi. Okay, so accessibility concepts that are new to me. I think that the principle of equivalent design, I know we're supposed to be creating our lesson plans for the universal, design for um, diversity among all the students. Um, but what was interesting to me was even if I'm not the one creating the material for, let's say, a visually impaired or hearing impaired student, I still should create the material to ensure accessibility. For example, that if my document ever did get put into a program that, voice to text or text to voice, um, what I thought, so with that, so when creating documents, I should make sure it's clearly written, the content is easy to read, not having a lot of color differentiation helps students, especially when it's voice, text to voice, or if someone's reading them, the material color doesn't matter. Some students may be colorblind. I thought that was all really interesting. Never thought of that. When I'm creating something, even emails, I highlight all the time to be sure that things aren't misinterpreted. So I create the school news, and I know YouTube, which I'm going to learn how right now, has the caption, um, the ability to do closed caption. So I really like this activity because I'll be able to use it and see it. I mean, maybe all of my school news should be done that way. And I don't really even know. I've never had students that are visually impaired or hearing impaired, so I haven't had to put much thought into it. I wonder how many kids at our school are. I thought that's would be good to know. But disabilities come in all shapes and sizes. I understand that, and I understand that disabilities, cognitive, we have a lot of students with certain learning disabilities, and I know, being that I'm a computer teacher and they have access to the computer, some programs read to the kids, like we do those things in my class. I have programs that have different functionalities for the different diversities and learning disabilities. What else? So something else that was new to me was in the second article. Let me look real quick. So the second article, designing online learning opportunities. I know all about blended learning. However, I did not realize there was 4 classifications of blended learning. So not knowing our situation for next year, this is going to be a huge topic. How are we going to teach our kids, all kids? Oh, here was something else I thought was really interesting. Ensuring accessibility is not just for certain disabilities, it's for everybody. They used an example I thought was interesting about being in a crowded bus or in a loud room and having to read the closed captions. All people need accessibility for a random or various situations. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyways, back to blended learning. Yeah, we don't know what a classroom is going to look like. We don't know about how our blended learning is going to look. I think a flipped classroom is a great place to start, whether we see our kids one day a week or more, we really do have to rethink all of our lessons, which I think is great because the only thing I think kids are going to be lacking is the collaborative learning. So when they come to the classroom, they've got to do something collaboratively. Thank you. Bye.